day out there to all my listeners, and I'd like to welcome you to Is Your Way in Your Way podcast. And I am your host, and I'm saying this for many of you who are listening who may not have even heard of the podcast, or either myself. And so again, my name is Cassandra Crawley Mayo. I am actually what I would call a transformational lifestyle mentor. And what I do is I guide purpose driven women to mitigate those self imposed barriers that's preventing you from living your best life. So, in other words, preventing you from living a life of purpose. So, that's actually what I do. And we talk about topics related to self improvement, personal development, maybe even some business development. My prayer is always that one of these podcasts will enable you to pivot and say, you know what, I am ready to mitigate my barriers that's preventing me from living my life on purpose. So perhaps this one is going to be the one. But let me tell you, our topic today is called From Silence to Strength, transforming trauma into purpose. So just think about this. Can your deepest wounds become your greatest calling? Pamela Michaux says yes, from Congo to Belgium, from abuse to betrayal. Her story is raw, real, and redemptive. On today's episode, she reveals how pain can be the very thing that sets you free. She is going to show us how her deepest wounds became her Grease calling, childhood trauma, betrayal, racism, discrimination, divorce, abandonment, infertility, chronic illness, and violence. Hey, so get ready. If you're driving, don't start writing notes. Just wait until you get home, or either replay this episode so you can hear what Pamela has to say. Let me welcome her right now. Good day, Pam. How are you?
I'm very good. Hi, Cassandra. Thank you for having me on your show.
Oh, it's my pleasure to have you on my show. This is going to be some kind of show because I say you have been through hell and and back, you know? But before we get started now, I'm going to read a little bit more of your bio just so the listeners get a deeper understanding of what qualifies you to talk about from silence to strength, from transforming trauma and purpose. So Pam she told me I could call her Pam. Her name is Pamela, but I'm going to call her Pam. She is the author of Mundele Diaries. It's a raw global memoir that transforms silence into strength and pain into purpose. She's born in Congo and she was raised in Belgium during a political upheaval. She endured racism, as I indicated, abuse. She had a heavy responsibility of protecting her siblings as a child. As an adult, she faced betrayal. We know about that. Some of our listeners blended family struggles and racial violence, but chose to reclaim her story rather than be defined by it. So, through her writing and her speaking, she empowers others to break generational silence, heal emotional wounds, and find power in their truth. Her upcoming for anyone who has ever felt unseen or unworthy. Her release for her book is going to be September the 23rd in honor of her late mother. So this is both a testament to survival and a beacon of hope. Wow. Whew. So let me ask you this, Pam. As a young child, you were taken from your mom. Why was that? Why were you taken from your mother? Just 1 minute. Pamela, she is out, but she's going to come back in a minute. And when stuff like this happens, I always say there's something that doesn't want her to share her story because I'm certain it's going to bless someone. So here we go. She's coming back on air. Pamela, just a minute. Just a minute. Yeah. Okay. There she
Yes, I
is.
don't know what happened here.
That's okay.
Well,
You're
yes,
here
my
now.
apologies for that.
That's okay.
Technology sometimes. I was taking for my mother, Promise for a Better Life, into Belgium, that's Europe. And basically, I was raised by my father's sister, so my aunt. And instead of having a better life, I was faced with abuse. Silence was safer than speaking. And one
Mhm.
year after my sister and my brother came, because we had the genocide starting between Rwanda, the world
Mhm.
know what later been called the genocide,
Mhm.
where
Yeah.
neighbors and friends start killing each other
Mhm.
while they were before being friends. So yes, I was sent for a better life, but actually I faced things that no child or not even the person you dislike should have experienced.
Mhm. Mm. And so when you were about 12, I think it was around 12 years old, did you run away from that?
Exactly. I run away and I started actually a court case against my uncle and my aunt
Oh wow. As a 12-year-old?
as a 12-year-old. And
Wow.
Cassandra, I have my son who's 12 years old now,
Uh-huh.
exactly now. And not even in the slightest of my dreams, I would want my son to experience that. And for me, that's part of my journaling and my healing that I
Mhm.
said, whoever is going towards pain or experiencing pain, pain doesn't define your future.
Mhm.
As long as you fight and do not give up, you have the power and
Mhm.
you have the possibility to rise above. I
Mm.
believe in God.
Mhm.
Everyone has their way of praying to God, that it's the universe, it's
Yeah,
also a kind of God.
right.
But if you have to give anyone a kind of blessing or a way to give hope, it's to give them from childhood believe.
Mm.
Without believing, we are
Mhm.
nothing and no one.
Mm.
Because believe give us light.
Mhm.
Light give us hope, even in this darkest moment.
Right, right. So it sounds like you have to, if you don't believe in something, you'll believe in anything. So it sounded like that was your focus to help you get through. Was that correct?
That's 100%. For me, if you don't believe in anything, you don't believe in life.
Mm-hmm.
Because that means nothing is holding you to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
You need belief to go forward.
Mm-hmm. Sorry about that. Yes. Um, so so your childhood challenged shape your resilience and a sense of identity. When you were growing up and going through all of this trauma, was there something that you wanted to do with your life? Did you have dreams? And I know one of them was to get away from what you were going through, but was there anything else that you really wanted to do in life as you were growing up?
My biggest dream was having a family.
Mm,
And I believe many of the listeners now will understand when you don't have something, when you hope for something so deep, you sacrifice more than you actually would in normal circumstances. Meaning
mhm,
you will accept more things, more pain, more suffer, just because you're holding in something you never had. And for
mhm,
me, that was abandonment, the holding on, and having a family. Because family is something that is sacred, but it's only
Yeah.
sacred when it's healthy. Because some
Yeah.
people have families, but it's not healthy in the way their exchanges are. And that's
Right.
really tricky because we all are imprinted with our education that we wanted
Mm-hmm.
or not. We
Mm.
are pre programmed. It's like a computer program. You program the basic. And as children, we've been imprinted with certain beliefs, certain
Yes.
expectations, certain way of seeing and programmed to see things in a certain ways. But is it really truly the right way? And
Mm-hmm.
that's the tricky questions, because often with experiences we live, we accept and normalize things
Mm-hmm.
are actually not very normal, especially when you come through abuse. Because
Right.
now, at age of 40, I can put a word in, and that's abuse,
Mm-hmm.
manipulation, narcissist. Those
Mm.
are words back then I didn't know that they existed. But
Right.
simplifies something that is way deeper imprinted in us.
Mm-hmm. Now, what triggered you to, or what moment in your life did you recognize trauma? Because, like you just said something real poignant to me. When you grow up in these situations, like, I don't know, dysfunction, which many of us grow up that way. I hear people say, oh, they had a dysfunctional family. But if I dove deep down and who made that comment, all of us somewhat did. But because, and you said, when you grow up like that, it's kind of like you think it's normal. I mean, you think that's the normal lifestyle, because that's what that's what you've seen. So what happened? When did you recognize that that wasn't normal?
Cassandra, this is something, and I realized it recently. I didn't do it for myself, I did it for my younger siblings.
Hmm. Okay.
Because my pain, I did not value it as much as I should have. Because I did not want my sister and my brother. My
Hmm.
sister is 5 years younger than me, and
Hmm.
my brother is 14 months younger than me. I did
Mm.
not want them to go through what I was been through.
Okay.
I've been through emotional abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse. Yet I'm standing here and putting words towards what happened to me
Hmm.
and saying no. And that started from age of 10. The first time I saw my aunt drowning my sister in a big bowl, a metal bowl of soup. She was
Mm.
3 years old.
Mm. Mm-mm.
That was the first time. I
Okay.
was 8 years. My apology. I was 8 years when I saw her first time drowning my sister. The
Right.
second time I saw it, I was 10 years old. And I went physically towards her. So I stood in between my sister and my aunt because I was older, 5 years older
Right.
than my sister. I
Right.
said, I can't let this happen. She's
Hmm.
too small. And it's the same with a woman who has children. As long as she's been beaten by her husband, she finds excuses. The moment it touched the children, she
Hmm.
said, I don't want this for my children. And
Mm.
this is the instinct we have inside us.
Hmm.
Often we protect not for us, but for people because we want justice for them. And
Mm.
that's a very tricky, and we have to understand, and now I can talk about it. We often protect for others, but actually we are worthy for the protection as well. And we forget that the long way because so many hits being given to us that we don't think we are worthy. So we become the shining armor, the
Hmm.
rescue for the
Yeah.
people who are weaker than us.
Right. Hmm.
And it makes us like a goal, but in the end, it's also helping us.
Mm. Mm. So that security and that protection. Now, what's interesting, your mom wanted you to go somewhere else for a better life, and not knowing, and I don't know, later on, did she find out or whatever, that you were going through what you had gone through in addition to your siblings. So, so when I think of, and you indicated that your aunt too had children, right? And
Yes.
and her husband was abusive. Is that right? But yet she wanted to drown your sibling
Yeah.
in this bowl. You know, well, let me ask you this: out of all of this, and as an adult, have you forgiven them?
Oh, Cassandra, you're gonna hit. I mean, you hit the nail exactly. My forgiveness before is completely different than
Mm.
2 months ago. And I'm
Oh.
going to tell you, it's only 2 months ago where I realized that what is forgiveness?
Mm-hmm.
Now, as me, Pamela, 40 years old, forgiveness, only God can give me forgiveness.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I do not accept people that hurt me because I do not going to give them an excuse. My childhood would have made me an abuser,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
but I choose not to be because I knew the pain that it inflicted to me and
Mm-hmm.
hold me prisoner to grow faster into who I became now.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is forgiveness really and truly? When we say, I forgive you, do we actually 100% do? Do we give them the excuse to have hurt us? Because what is actually forgiveness? I want people to actually look it up.
Mm-hmm.
For me, true forgiveness is acceptance. That's my forgiveness.
Mm.
I accept what you did the moment, but I do not forgive.
Mm. Okay. So you accept what was done because it's really nothing you can do about it because it was done.
I can't change it anymore. It's
Right.
even not accepting is not even the right word. I acknowledge what happened
Okay.
to me.
All right.
It's
Mm-hmm.
not
Mm-hmm.
acceptance. So I
Mm-hmm.
will retake that. It's not accept. I acknowledge. I understand you've been through your traumas, but I
Mm-hmm.
will not find excuses and give you forgiveness for that.
Okay.
Because should I be beating up my son? No.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have all the excuses to do it because that's what I was brought with?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes. But do I want to make a difference? I want to stop that cycle
Right.
because
Generate.
my aunt's been through abuse,
Yes.
physical, emotional,
Mm-hmm.
sexual. Did she inflict things back to me? Yes. Does
Yeah.
it make it right? I'm sorry. No.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
People who hurt you, forgiveness, it's too much of a blessing. Only God can give you that forgiveness.
Mm. Okay.
That's
So
my point of view.
right. So you didn't forgive. You just acknowledged that that was done. Okay.
Yeah. And
So.
I wish them the best, Cassandra. I do wish them the best, but I
Mm-hmm.
do not wish them in my life.
Okay. So they're no longer in your life.
They're no longer in my life since age of 12.
Oh, since 12, when you took them, when you took
I
legal
took
action.
them to, yes, I took legal act and then I went in an orphanage. So from age
Oh,
of 12, I lived in an orphanage. Age
okay.
of 16, I lived by myself. I
Mhm.
had a social worker who used to come, this woman, and I thank the system for that in a way because the government, it's luck, call it guidance, call it blessings, out of something very negative, this woman who was a social worker gave me the biggest blessing after my mother. She gave me love that not even the closest family gave to me.
Mhm.
And last year I went and looked for her
Mm-hmm.
2025 was like a very big year for me. I went and looked and I said to her, I want to thank you for what you did because you did more than your job. And she said, from all the kids that, because we were basically files, we were numbers,
Mm-hmm.
all the kids, I never thought you will manage. With your story, I thought you will never, I will never meet you again. And here you are in front of me. And that is the biggest blessing. And she's not doing the job she did before.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I say, whoever helped you, whoever you did wrong to,
Mm-hmm.
you can still go and say sorry and thank you. It's
Mm-hmm.
important.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean the person will accept you in their life, but at least you liberate and you go there and it's part of your history. And
Mm-hmm.
it's important to own your history and
Mm-hmm.
own your past to be fully free and live your life now.
Okay. So, all right. So at 16, you in an orphanage. And
12,
did you,
12.
at 12, you in a, okay. And at 16, you met the social worker,
I met her at
right?
12 and
Around
then
that
she
time.
guided me. Yes, she guided me.
Mm-hmm.
And at 16, when I lived on my own, she was
Mm-hmm.
coming every week just
Okay.
to check. You get a budget for every week.
Okay.
It was at the time €50. And
Okay.
you had to learn, to be by yourself, buy your food,
Okay.
budgeting. Yes,
Right. So you also mentioned how silence and shame keeps trauma alive, and it's also the power of breaking it. Unpack
yes.
that for us. What does that mean?
Well, silence keeps you prisoner. It's for me an invisible prison.
Okay. Oh,
Often when you silence,
right.
you actually giving light to the people who harm you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And with silence comes shame
Mm-hmm.
because they make you believe what happened to you, you are at fault. You are the one who should be ashamed of it. So
Mm-hmm.
you protecting them by keeping silence.
Mm-hmm.
And in all family, we keep many things silence.
Yeah. Secrets. Mm-hmm.
Secret.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Secrets and silence, it's like identical twins. They go hand in hand
Mm-hmm.
because you protect the truth
Mm-hmm.
for
Right.
coming out.
Right.
So you don't protect the truth, you're hiding the truth and keep the lies as the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you don't talk, we have a gift to be able to talk. We have a gift to smell. We have a gift to look. We have a gift by talking to communicate. And
Mm-hmm.
when you communicate, even in abuse within the family, you give light to what is right or wrong when you communicate.
Mm-hmm.
So if you keep silence, you showing that the abuse is right. So you are as responsible as the abuser. So
Mm-hmm.
stop this generational silence
Mm-hmm.
and covering up what
Mm-hmm.
should not be covering. And
So
that's
okay,
what I mean by that.
yeah. So that's good because we all have secrets, in some sort of way, or some people say they're in the closet, stuff like that. How did you know who to share or to open up or use your voice in reference to what happened to you? Because we have listeners now that are silenced. They're shamed because of things that have happened to them. Who do you, how did you know who to talk to? Was it a therapist? What, um, who did you open up to? Who did you tell your story to and felt safe?
The first time it was a teacher when I was 10 years old. When I run away the first time,
Okay.
I was completely beaten up by two adults, my aunt and my uncle. They
Okay.
used to use sticks that the police, during
Mhm.
rails, they hit with.
Mhm.
and I was completely bruised. And I used to be very good in basketball, so I couldn't do competition because in basketball, competition you do in shorts,
Yeah.
and my body was fully bruised. And the teacher said, "Pam, why are you not going?" I say, "I can't." And he could feel, and he said, "You can trust me." And he was also a coach, not only a teacher in school. He was
Mm,
also a coach.
okay.
And I told him, "I can't because my legs are blue."
Hmm.
And he wanted to signal. I say, "But the police sent me already back because my aunt was really well connected."
Right.
And he actually helped me to
Hmm.
build a case against my uncle and my aunt.
Hmm.
And I started to study them, my uncle and my aunt, the behavior. And in every abuse situation you are in, that is your partner, your family members, or sometimes it's even kids toward parents or parents toward kids, it's not only a one-way stream. It's
Hmm.
very, and there is manipulation. There is like the guilt feeling they're giving you, where you feel like I am the wrong person. And that is what is very tricky with good people. We always question ourselves. I
Hmm.
am not a saint, but I know now, and I can tell for sure, I am a good person. I know my values. And whoever listened to your podcast, Cassandra, know who you are. Stop listening to the gaslighting they send to you and tell you you are something that you are not, because they want to keep you in that little cage to be
Hmm.
able to fold you, mold you, and create something that you are not, or making you believe.
Hmm.
Find that inner voice. Deep in you, you know something is not right. You know something is not correct, because we all have core value, the base. As you build the house is you. You have the shell form. The shell form is you.
Hmm.
Windows are people. Doors are people. You are the structure. Know what is your structure, because the structure, anything else can fly away with the storm, but the shell form, that is you, will be there. Make sure your shell is imprinted and strong enough to hold on.
Hmm. Hmm. That reminds me of it says guard your heart because that's where the issues of life is. So let's talk to my listeners and let's be more specific about some practical ways to overcome. And I'll say this. Sometimes, it's interesting because I too have been through things, and it's just like the podcast is your way in your way, and yeah, it was, and that what prevented me from doing a whole lot of things because I was in my way. But I'm still in my way sometimes, you know, and I'm saying that to say, based on all that you've gone through, you I kudos, you've overcome a lot, but have you overcome it all? And what are some practical ways to overcome those personal obstacles that you've been through?
For me, it's owning your past, Cassandra.
Hmm.
You have to own where you come from.
Okay.
And meaning, don't be ashamed for certain things you did before. You didn't. They made you who you are now.
Hmm.
And people are ready for them to listen to this podcast. Mean there is something in them that want to evolve. We human, we are there to evolve. Uh, you even learn from the most stupid person. That's my belief. There is nothing really stupid. Even if for you is stupid, you learn how not to do certain things
Hmm.
and how to overcome it. Honesty. Be true to yourself. Be honest to yourself. Don't make things look more beautiful than they are. Are you in
Mhm.
a bad situation? Do you deal with any addiction? Do you have fear? Do you have anxiety? Do you have panic attacks? Listen, you're not the only one going through this.
Mhm.
Many other people going through the exact same thing, and they exactly think the same as you, that they are alone. It's not. I've been through addiction. I've been through anxiety. I've been through a panic attack, phobias. All this came with a certain point where life wasn't as gentle. But you
Mhm.
know, what is the point of living?
Mhm.
The heartbeat is the most beautiful example. A
Mhm.
heartbeat goes like this, up and down, up
Mhm.
and down. When it
Mhm.
goes flat, means you're dead.
Mhm. Right. Mhm.
Don't expect life to be completely fair with you. It wasn't a promised land, except that you will have up and downs.
Mhm.
If it's flat, everything, oh, it's amazing all the time. You as good as dead. You
Mhm.
reinvent yourself by growing through things, experiencing things, having humanity exchanges that it's hard or good,
Mhm.
but it's an exchange. And you have to have a way how to take the best out of it. And only you can do that. And
Okay.
that's why I say the vitamin N is the
Mhm.
most powerful vitamin I ever used in my life. You can't buy it, you have to produce it. You all know the vitamin D coming from the sun, the
Mhm.
vitamin T coming oranges.
Mhm.
So the vitamin N is the power to say no.
Mhm.
N-O.
Okay, so you said vitamin N as a Nancy. What does
No.
N know? What does
It's the
N mean?
vitamin N, it's the power of saying no.
No.
N-O.
Okay. 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 Vitamin N is no.
No.
Okay. And
Powerful,
so what
Cassandra.
so why is that powerful? Because you what you're saying is it's okay to say no?
It's crucial to say no. By
Okay.
saying no to others, you say yes to yourself. How
Okay.
many times you accepted to do anything for your close ones that actually you weren't 100% with it?
Okay.
You were tired, exhausted, and
Okay.
still you said yes to them. So by
Okay.
saying no to them,
Got
you say a yes to you.
Okay.
Don't
Okay.
give more than you can give.
Okay. All right. That okay. That
It's
vitamin
a
N is in
boundary.
no. Okay.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. So let me talk about because the title is From Silence to Strength. And you were silent, but then you realize, you got to speak up. How did you okay, so transforming trauma into purpose. Pam, what are you doing now? What is your purpose?
My purpose is to empower people, women and men.
Okay.
As I am a very strong person and I wasn't born strong. Actually, as a child, I was very shy.
Mm-hmm.
I was smiling and hiding behind the smile.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you see the cover of my book, I mean, we
Mm-hmm.
all learn to wear a mask.
Mm-hmm.
But the danger with mask is we don't know when we have to remove it.
Mm-hmm.
So we are
Okay.
not truly true to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So silence was safer than speaking because
Mm-hmm.
you would hurt certain people, you will, make a taboo in the family. It starts from your childhood and from your inner circle.
Okay.
Because the pain people inflict to you, it's because the love you have for the people.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't care about a person, they can tell you whatever they want, you will not
Right.
care. But if
Right.
it's someone in your first circle, it hurt you like,
Mm-hmm.
they rip something from you. And
Right.
and it's the same with grief. It's the importance the person has in your life that will inflict the pain. So when
Mm-hmm.
you remove that power, You accept people that come and go. It's like food. Eggs you keep for a certain amount. Milk you keep for a certain, meat you keep for a certain amount. Vegetables, fruit. And then there is honey. Honey
Mhm.
apparently is forever. People are the same, except people come and go. And once you have that acceptance, life becomes easier and more beautiful because
Right.
your love is not depending and your life is not depending on them. And
Mhm.
actually, it's a healthy, way more healthy love. It's the same when you have children. You don't want them to stay forever with you. You
Mhm.
want them to have their own life and you let
Yeah.
them go.
Mhm.
Why would you not want that for your partners or for other people around you? Why
Mhm.
do you want to possess them as a goods?
Mhm.
That's not
Mhm.
healthy.
Right. So you using your scars and your hurt, your pain, and using your story as a source of transformation. That's
It
what it
is.
sounds like. Yeah.
It's 100% Cassandra. It's
Right.
100%. I have all the excuses to be an addict or to cry my eyes out. But you
Mm-hmm.
know what? What was inflicted to me as a child, I had no choice. But as an adult, it's my responsibility and
Mm-hmm.
it's my duty to rise above. And not
Mm-hmm.
only for me, it's also as a mother, you
Mm-hmm.
show to your kids whatever is your past, you are the driver of your car. And your car or your house, whatever you want to call it, is you. As
Right.
long as you want to fight, I am healthy. I thank God for that. I am healthy and I do not give up. The day I give up is the day I'm in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
whoever who listen, even if it feels like is the end, most of my ends were the most biggest blessings and beginning in my life. Because
Mm.
that's where I had to renew myself and reinvent myself and to become who I am now. Was I
Right.
born like this? No.
Right.
Did I choose to become who I am now? 100%.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I had no mother, no father, no support from age of 7.
Mm-hmm.
At age of 12, I took my guardians, my uncle and my aunt, and my father to court.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't raised with my mother. I had no love. I used to hug myself until now of age of 40 when things come overwhelming. I say this, it's gonna be okay. You can do
Mm.
this.
Okay.
You can do this.
Wow.
And anyone who has small children in this age, this years, please think about this. A frustrated child is a happy adult.
Mm-hmm.
That means the more your child receives no's as a child, when it receives no's as an adult, it already was confronted to that. And they will find ways to overcome that. If you give your children everything because you had nothing, it's wrong. You're doing a different kind of disasters to them.
Mm-hmm.
My son, whatever I can give him, I will, but I want him to have respect because respect is not an option.
Mm-hmm.
We are no one, nothing without a respect. Respect to our elderly, respect to our others. This is humanity.
Mm.
We have to be hand in hand.
Right.
When you are on your dying bed or you have a loved one sick and they need blood or organs, whoever who has any racist thoughts or dislike towards anyone else, you will never ask where the heart came from, the origin or the religion or the heart or the blood came from. You will take it. So please, humanity, remind yourself this.
Mm. Right. Right. Um, I have listeners now that have um, gone through some of the things that you've gone through, and maybe I have listeners that have been through all that you've gone through, and they're looking at you and they're listening to you and saying, wow, I wish I had her resiliency. I wish I had the tenacity. I was tenacious. Like, so tell us again, where are you getting your strength from? Tell the listeners, where is that coming from?
From God.
Okay. All
I
right.
believe. And I thank my
Okay.
mother. From 0 till 7, she gave me the belief. If you
Mm,
don't believe in anything, I'm sorry. What are you holding on to if you don't believe?
okay. Okay.
So, whatever you believe, whatever your religion, or that is you do, that is God, the universe, that you're Christian, Muslim, whoever your religion is, believe. Without belief, where do you even start?
Mm,
You can say, I believe in myself, but who are you?
mm-hmm. Okay.
And to the people who don't know where to start, love yourself. For years, I didn't love myself. I
Mm-hmm.
was, my drive came from my anger.
Mm,
I was driven by my anger
mm,
because I wanted to prove my worth.
okay.
It helped me for a while, but it also kept me prisoner for a while.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Right.
So I had to release that anger. And that's because when my mother died, I was upset with God. I say, why
Mm-hmm.
did you take her away from me? Didn't I give you so much? What do you want more from me? But that wasn't the case. I had my sister and my brother. Even though I didn't do it for myself, they were my blessing.
So that book you that's getting ready to come out, um, the is it Mundele?
Mundele, yes,
Okay.
Mundele. It's
Is
in
that
Lingala. It's in
okay? That's
Lingala, my
you wrote
mother.
it for your mom. That's about your mom.
It's actually about my childhood from
Okay.
0 till 18, yes.
Okay. All
And
right.
the cover, it's actually half is my face and half is a mask with the
Right.
organs, the
Yeah,
flags
I
of
saw
Belgium.
that. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very powerful. And
Mm-hmm.
Mundele and Diaries,
Mm-hmm.
Mundele means white. Because back in Africa, my mother was black and my father white. In
Mm-hmm.
Africa, I was the white child. And
Mm-hmm.
then when I came to Europe, I was the black child.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine for a 7 year old, it's very confusing.
Sure.
Yes. So I didn't even belong in my own family. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the beauty of life. You do not need to belong. You have to know who you are. And
Mm-hmm.
anything else that comes as positive is a bonus. Anything that comes as hard, you can see it as a lesson. Do
Mm.
not let it knock you down. Don't keep things like a hamster in a circle where it stays in your head. Write it down, talk about it, let it go. But please do not just talk or just write. Make steps. You didn't learn to walk in one go, you learned
Right.
to crawl, stand, and then walk.
Right.
So don't expect things, oh, I'm writing, it should heal me. No, there is a work behind it. Face your demon, they become less fear when
Mm.
you face them. It's when you give them that pedestal up
Right.
there. Oh, I'm afraid. You know what? They get massive because you don't want to look at them. But when you look at them and say, I'm afraid of you, but I'm standing here. Every time you go and confront them,
Yes.
they take less space into you.
Mm.
That's where you allow you to come you again. So find who you are. Don't listen to the noise. I compare it, you have donkeys in life.
Mm-hmm.
It makes a lot of noise. Then you
Mm.
have beautiful racehorse. They look alike from far, but they are not alike. One runs, leave dust behind. One screams and stay on the same place. Ask yourself, who are you? Are you the
Mm.
donkey making noise and keep repeating what is happening or staying in the same spot? Or are you going forward, leaving the dust behind, the past behind,
Right.
and moving forward to what is your plan and what you want to fulfill. You and only you can do that.
Wow. So, yep. So the call to action is transformation is a decision.
It's a
So,
decision, 100%, Cassandra.
okay. So, how can my listeners get in touch with you? How can they connect with you?
Mundele Diaries is my Instagram, and they can get in contact with me there. I am very responsive to people, and soon I will make WhatsApp group, and hopefully even towards your podcast.
Sure.
I mean, I love talking to you because for you to be able to create this kind of conversation, it's also because of your own experience.
Mm,
And we are more connected than we actually know.
right.
But you have to be open for it and look around you. The when you do grocery shopping, the person who is in the supermarket has often more similar stories than you think with you.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
We
yeah.
hide our pains through different masks because we are not exactly the same, and yet we are the
Right.
same.
Right.
And that's what humanity, if we get together, forget the politics, the religions, and everything, we are breathing, we are born naked, we die. I mean, we
Right.
born with nothing. Okay, some with a good family. On paper, what is a good family? That's another discussion we can have. But
Right.
in the end of the day, what is the point to be the richest man in the cemetery? I prefer
Mm-hmm.
to be the most happy person.
Right. And lose your soul, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't have to
Right.
harm people to be successful.
That's right. We
And
all need each other too, though.
we need each other.
Yeah. Let me spell the book for my listeners. Is M as in Mary, U as in umbrella, N as in no, D as in diary, E as in Eddie, L as in love, and E as in love. So that's one way that you can find you Mundele Diaries.
Yes.
And
And
Pam,
diaries is a journal, huh,
yeah,
Cassandra? Because you
yeah,
journal. Life is a journal. And
right.
to your listeners, when you write, it's a kind of therapy you do. Because when you keep pain into your head or difficulty, what happened with it? You keep focus on it. So you're attracting more pain. They say the power of manifesting, whatever
Mm,
you want to call it, but it's a fact. And it's also with negative people. Imagine you meet with people who always say, I have this problem and I have this problem. And
yeah,
then imagine you go to another group and you say, wow, life is beautiful. Look, the sun, how
right,
nice.
right.
It lifts you up. Test it tomorrow. You go out of your house, you tell a person, wow, you look beautiful today. The person
Mm,
will smile. You
mhm,
already gave a blessing to someone. It
right.
didn't cost you anything. Just
Yes,
for
right.
you to be open to give. And the person will say, oh, but you look beautiful. Oh, thank you. And
Yeah,
their smile made you smile.
right.
It costs
That's right.
nothing. So please start in within your circle, and bit by bit, it's like a snowball. You give positivity, and positivity will give you back.
Wow, that's great, Pam. We could talk all day, but we can't.
Yes.
And I want to thank you for being my guest today. I am certain that many of my listeners are ruminating on a lot you've said. They're admiring you because you were open. You told your story. You took your mask off. You're like, I'm just going to tell it, you know. And from that, I call that authenticity. You were very transparent and I thank you. And like I always tell my listeners, that for those who saw the value, heard something that would bless somebody that please share this podcast with them. And like I always say, Pam, to my listeners, I say bye for now. God bless you. And Pam, I'm going to say to you, bye for now, and may God continue to bless you. Thank you so much for being
Amen.
my guest. Thank you.
Same to you, Cassandra. Thank you.